Hello all, I am Dr. J. Pavitra, Associate Professor, Department of Management Studies, School of Management and Commerce, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. In this video, we are going to be discussing on the concept of management accounting. So here in this video, we are going to be discussing what is this management accounting. The management accounting is a branch of the accounting which is dealing with the presenting and providing the accounting informations to the management in a systematic way so that it can perform its management functions of planning, controlling, decision making in an effective and efficient manner. So, this management is another branch of accounting rather than the financial cost accounting. Here, in this management accounting, they will be presenting the informations and the facts so that every management is going to be taking the functions of the management of the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and the controlling in such a way that it is preparing towards the efficient and effective working of the organization. There are various definitions. First, according to the Accounting Association, management accounting is the application of appropriate techniques and concept in processing the historical and projected economic data of an entity to assist the management in establishing the plans for reasonable economic objectives in the making of rational decisions with a view towards these objectives. In this definition, the management is being applied through various techniques and the concepts from the previous historical data and also the futuristic economical projections that are being taken place, and then it is an entity in which they are assisting the management so that the proper planning can be made towards the achievement of the objectives and making the rational decision so that the objectives are going to be an important guideline for the any management or a business. What are the natures of the management accounting? So the first one is going to be the analysis and interpretation of the data. So far in this financial accounting and the cost accounting, so we have seen about the what is how to make the records and data, and here in this perspective of the management accounting, the analysis and interpretation of data is concerned to be an utmost important one. How to analyze the data, as we have this income statement and the balance sheet, and various techniques are being given in this management accounting which will be able to make the interpretation of the data. Here the accounting management accounting is always future oriented. See here they are projecting about the futuristic purposes and serves as a yardstick. So next we are able to find out what are the 10-year data from that analysis. So various techniques such as the ratio analysis or the financial statement analysis are available so that they are able to make a yardstick and determine the financial position of a business. What are the scope of management accounting? All the branches of management accounting, financial accounting, and the cost accounting are interrelated. Herewise, the scope will be given both for all the three branches and other ways of accounting as well. Financial accounting is going to be providing the past data and historical information so that they are able to make the futuristic plan and also available for the financial forecasting. The cost accounting is going to be giving the various techniques of the costing and also helps in the process relating to the planning or the decision making purposes. Next we have this forecasting and budgeting. The forecasting, the management accounting has always been given as an important tool of the forecasting and budgeting. So budgeting and budgetary control is an appropriate technique in this management accounting where they are preparing the futuristic budget. In India as well, we are in the government also they are preparing the union budget. Similarly, each and every business enterprise is going to be giving the budget and also bringing the forecast and helps in planning, controlling and decision making. Next, we have the tax accounting and tax planning. So this tax analysis gives the provisions, what are the provisions for the taxations, either it is going to be a GST or other ways of taxations which are being for the future period projections also can be made from this management accounting. Various other scopes such as internal control and internal audit. As already stated, we have the two audits which is going to be the external audit and internal audit. It is the management accounting is going to be highly dependent on this internal control system and existing in the organization so that they are able to identify the weaker sections of the organization. Next, we also have the various scopes such as to control the cost and bring various procedures in which we are having this inventory control or the cost control, budgetary control and variance analysis. Many tools are available in this management accounting. How to control the inventory, which is going to be in the three segments such as the raw materials, work in progress and the finished goods. Here the cost control, how to make the cost under the control, not exceeding the cost, and also the budgetary control and the variance analysis are some of the tools and techniques to reduce the cost. And we have also this financial analysis and interpretation. In this financial analysis and interpretation, we are having the various techniques such as the ratio analysis, fund flow analysis, trend analysis, cash flow analysis, standard costing method, cost volume profit analysis, etc. Various analysis and the tools are being presented so that they are able to interpret and give the current financial position of a business. We have also other scope of management accounting such as the reporting to the management. So hence this management accountant will be able to give a summary of the reports and provide the management to make a proper decision making at the suitable needs and time. Next, we have the office services. Here, the management accounting is also able to give what are the maintenance and the office expenses and the office routines and what are the documents that are to be kept and filing, copying and communicating and the data processing is also able to be easily done in this management accounting. Next also we have the statistical tools. Various statistical charts, graphs, diagrams are also able to represent so that the process, the functions of the management is able to made easily. Next is the objectives of accounting. The objectives of management accounting is going to be the first one. Always they are preparing the analysis and the interpretation of the financial results. Every year after the 31st March, they are being given the auditing, internal audit as well as the external audit are completed. Then it will be result as being given in the domain, public domain. And then the analysis of the data are going to be important. And the interpretation, making the interpretation, comparative study of either the 2-year data or 5-year data will be helpful for the decision makers. Second, we have this planning and policy making. Certain changes in the policies are either it is going to be the cost policy or the pricing policies that are going to be existing can be either modified or ratified in the for the same after making the interpretations. And decision making, of course the main aim of this management accounting is going to be giving highlighting about the decision making, various alternatives. From alternatives they are going to be choosing the decision making. And we have next one which is going to be the controlling. So control, the budgetary control, inventory control and the cost control and the standard costing control can be helpful for this management and running of the business. And coordinating. After getting the financial results, they are able to make the coordination and proper communication is also being done. And this management accounting helps in evaluating the efficiency and effectiveness of the various policies that are being given for the management. Various tools and techniques of management are available, such as first one is going to be the financial statement analysis, fund flow analysis, cash flow analysis, budgetary control, standard costing, marginal costing, management reporting, statistical and operational research techniques. All these tools are being required so that they are able to interpret the financial position. This financial statement analysis will give the necessary informations, and various types of financial statement analysis are being there so that a comparative study are being able to make. Second one is the fund flow analysis, where in this fund flow analysis they are able to discuss on the raising of the funds, which is going to be for the day-to-day working of the business. In this fund flow analysis, they are able to make the changes that are happening in the working capital needs. So here the working capital means the current assets and the current liabilities. And the next we have this cash flow analysis. The analysis can be having towards the cash inflow and outflow activities. The cash outflow analysis are being segregated into the various activities so that they are able to make a comparative study on various activities, which of them are in cash inflows and which of them are in cash outflows, so that they are able to make the control of the business. And next one is important of this budgetary control. Various budgets are available for the preparation and bringing the futuristic predictions of the business, such as the sales budget, production budget, cash budget. Other master budgets are also available and able to make the control of the necessary expenses. Next, we have the standard costing, in which we are also taking the variance analysis between the standard cost and the actual cost that has to be compared and evaluated. Next, we have the tool of marginal costing, where we are able to analyze about the fixed cost, variable cost, and the semi-variable cost, in which how much is the profit volume and the break-even point can be studied. Next, we have the total management reporting of these from the management reporting, which is another tool we have, such as the ratio analysis will be able to helpful for the management reporting and bringing the overall position of the firm. Statistical and operational research techniques. So various risk analysis in the capital budgeting and the capital budgeting techniques of evaluation of the alternatives are available. What are the advantages of the management accounting? As we all know about the various functions of the management accounting, such as the planning, coordinating, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling. Similar way, in the management accounting, the recording, analyzing the transactions and the financial statements are easily made so that the proper planning for the concerned fortnightly or the weekly or the quarterly period can be assessed. Controlling the inventory control, as we have the important tool of the budgetary control, which will be able to easily give the control, and coordination of the various activities that are needed for the business. Next, we have the performance evaluation. After making the public domain available about the income statement and the balance sheet, so they are able to make the performance evaluation of the business. Next, we have the organizing of the activities, motivating the employees as well. So when the financial performance, every company will be aiming towards the profit motive, so that the motivation is also going to be impacting the management accounting. Communicating, the communication given to the all the stakeholders of the business has to be given, and proper decision making with the help of the management accounting. When we have the proper advantages, we also have the disadvantages of the management accounting. Always this management accounting is having the reliance on the accounting data. The data has to be proper, or else there may be some errors in interpreting the results. Based on always, it is going to be considered only the past data and the futuristic data are not known. And it is highly expensive when preparing the various techniques and various complicated applications are available, and it will take more time to complete and interpret the data. Lack of objectivity. So we have the no objective that is to be made in the management accounting. Next, we have the limitations of the financial accounting as already stated. So we have it doesn't only provide the timely information. So this accounting is going to be related to the other financial accounting. It is being interrelated with other branches as well. So we have to see what is the limitation of financial accounting, which is limiting the management accounting. So first one, it doesn't provide the timely information. It ignores the important non-monetary, as management accounting gives both the monetary and non-monetary aspect. But in this financial accounting, they are only giving the details about the monetary information and doesn't provide the detailed analysis. From only the income statement and the balance sheet, there have to be the interpretations and not the detailed data. And it doesn't disclose the present values of the business, only historical data. That is why even in the management accounting, the limitation of the historical data is being addressed. It leads to window dressing. So many other works are being there where there may be fabrication of the data, and then the results may not be properly given. What is the difference between the financial accounting and the management accounting? In the financial accounting, they are going to be for the purpose, and here they are being reported for the objective of either it is going to be the planning or coordinating, controlling the cost, or decision making. Second, we have the periodicity of the reporting. So every year, the accounting year in the financial accounting, they are going to be from the 1st April to the 31st March. However, in this management accounting, there is no specific time period for reporting and analyzing the data. Regulation and standardization in the financial accounting, we follow the accounting standards, the GAAP, general accounting, accepted accounting principles, and the management accounting does not have the proper accounting principles. So here the type of informations. So the type of information in the financial accounting is always going to be the historical data, but however in the management accounting they are able to make the futuristic data. Legal compulsion. Always in the financial accounting, they are have to be following the accounting standards and maintain the Indian accounting standards as well. And also in this management accounting, there are no hard and fast rule of principles that has to be followed. Precision, the proper timely given the information, and audit. Financial accounting has a compulsion to give the both the internal auditing and the external auditing. However, in this management accounting, it is not so. Next, the first and foremost important technique and the tool of the management accounting is going to be this financial statement analysis. Let us look about what is this financial statement analysis. Financial statement analysis will help the business owners and other interested people to analyze the data in the financial statements to provide them with better information with the key factors for the decision making. Here, the financial statement analysis, just not only the income statement and the balance sheet, there are various types of financial analysis which will be able to give an overview about the better factors which are being affecting towards the business so that it will give the proper decision making and provide the business to survive. These financial statements are going to be the important tools to provide the proper informations for the makers. And the main purpose of analyzing about with the help of the financial statement analysis is to assess the financial health of the business. And the consist of we can have the comparisons between the 2 years of a period of time Or else we can also have the different companies, either the same industry or the different industry. Or else one company may be having the various subsidiary companies as well. They are also going to be compared. Financial statement analysis, the main objectives is to use the financial statements to evaluate the organizational performance, financial position, and prediction of the future performance. The first and foremost on every analysis is to ascertain about the financial performance and the health, and also predict about the future, to have a means of the comparative analysis across the time. So we have the various types of analysis, such as the comparative analysis, which will be able to show the period of difference between the time. So we have the comparative analysis between the intra-company basis. So within the company itself, two or three subsidiaries can also be joined together and analyzed. Intercompany, between the companies. For example, in the IT industry, TCS and Infosys can be compared. Industry averages, between the industries also they can be compared. And the next main objective, to apply the analytical tools and techniques to financial statements to obtain the useful information to aid the decision making. The first and foremost and the last and foremost is going to be the decision making by using the appropriate techniques in this financial statement analysis. So this financial statement analysis is going to be providing the informations relating to the information about the organization. So it will be giving the past performance and bringing about the current position, the present condition, and also assess about the future performance. And here they are assessing the earnings, the power of earnings, and also the quality and the growth and the solvency of the business. Here, the financial statements are going to be comprising of the four important things. The first one, as already stated, about the income statement. The second will be the balance sheet. And we also, in this annual report, we will be able to see about this, the statement of retained earnings and the statement changes in the financial position. In this statement showing the changes in financial position, we will be able to analyze with the working capital position and the changes in the cash position and the changes in the overall position. How to make an effective financial analysis is to perform an effective financial statement analysis, so that first of all we have to be aware about the organizational strategies. So what is the organizational is concerned about, their organizational objectives, and the annual report. The annual report of every company will be disclosed only after the audited results, both the internal and the external audited results, after which we get this annual report, and also we can read other documents such as the articles and about the organization which are being disclosed in the newspapers and business reviews. So these are going to be taken as the individual organizational factors. Here the effective financial statement analysis is going to be required, so that they are able to understand the nature of the industry in which the organization is concerned. If you take for example the Nestle company, what is the Nestle is coming under the FMCG industry, fast moving consumer goods. How this industry has been performed in the period of this corona COVID crisis. And we have to be understanding the overall state of the economy as well. How this COVID crisis has impacted in this performance of the organization. And financial statement analysis is more than just crunching the numbers. Just making the comparison between the 2 years and making the numbers is not only the point. It is also involving the obtaining a broader picture about the organization in evaluate about the appropriateness of how the organization is going to be performed. There are various important standards that has to be taken before taking place about the financial statements comparison. First one, rule of thumb indicators, in which the financial analyst and bankers are going to be giving the benchmark about the financial ratio. Here the ratio analysis is also a tool, but however there are various financial statement analysis that has to be compared. Second will be the past performance of the company. So then we can able to see the like in this current year the 2019-20 and the 2018 and 19, such a way we can get the past performance and the industrial standard performance as well, from where we can get all the reports and informations. First we can go to the company reports, in which they are being given about the directors report. The board of directors will be giving the reports about the financial statement and the financial performance, and we have the financial statement about the income statement and the balance sheet, and the detailed information such as the schedules and the notes to the financial statement, and finally they will be having the auditor's report. Auditor's summary will be given in the annual report. And also we can go to the financial statement analysis through the stock exchanges, also the performance in the stock market, and getting the comparisons. Business reviews and the business journals and the magazines can also highlight the quarterly performance or the half yearly performance, in which we are able to make the analysis. And various credit rating services are also there. Every business will be rated. So in India we are having these three companies which are going to be giving the rating services. So the rating companies will also be able to give the informations, in which we are able to give the comparative results. In this financial statement analysis, there are various techniques. We have these techniques such as the financial ratio analysis, comparative financial statement analysis, in which they are stating about the horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, and trend analysis. Let us move on to the first one, which is going to be the horizontal analysis, in which they are stating about the giving the percentage. Each and every item has to be analyzed, and then the percentage has to be expressed. The base year has to be found out in this uh, trend analysis. So this is called as the time series analysis. So the data such as the sales, the profit, and also the other operating expense, in which the first base year from 2015 to 2020, if we are analyzing, we are taking the base year of 2015, in which we are able to find out the trend position of the business. Next we have this vertical analysis, which is going to be the common size analysis, which is being represented same like the trend, but here they are being comparative study about the 2-year data. We have the financial performance and the financial positions, and it is being able to make the comparison about over a period of time, and different enterprise also able to be compared. Next, we have this limitation of the financial statement analysis. So there has to be properly careful in analyzing the financial statements. The organizational must be strong. Here the financial statement might look good, but however there are other factors which will be have to be taken into considerations. Sometimes the organizational may become insolvent as well. In this financial statement analysis, what are the limitations? The financial analysis through only the income statement and the balance sheet we have to analyze, and it knows the changes in the price levels. The financial statements are essentially only the interim reports. After only the audited financial report we will be able to do, but however the financial statements are only the interim reports, and accounting concepts and conventions are being ignored here. Influence on the personal judgments. Each and every individual will have a different overview about after taking the analysis, and discloses only the monetary factual information. However, various categories of the financial statement analysis are being done on the basis of the material used. Here they are stated about two types, which is being external and internal. So external, through the outsiders who are being interested to know about the business performance, such as the investors, credit agencies, government agencies, who are not able to get the internal records, and however they are only dependent on the published external sources. Internal, it is being carried out by persons who have access towards the internal records, executive managers and other officers who are appointed, and also some legal advisors are also there who are being appointed by the government when arised with the disputes. In that they will be taking the internal information. Next, on the basis of the modus operandi, we have the horizontal and the vertical analysis. The horizontal data is going to be more than 1 year comparison between the 2 years they are taking, and also between the 5 years we can have the standard base year and also expressed as the percentage. Vertical analysis, which will be bringing the 2 year difference only, where we are comparing between the relationship with various important items in the income statement and the balance sheet on the particular date, between the firm comparisons between the department or between the industries as well. This is the format of the horizontal analysis, which is the trend analysis, where we are stating the income statement is given here. The format of the income statement is net sales. From that, the cost of goods sold, then we have the gross profit, then various selling expenses and the profit before the tax and interest are being given. Then after they are ascertaining the interest and the tax, then profit after tax. Similarly, we can have the comparison between the 2 years, and then we have the percentage. The difference between the 2 years and the percentage are being given here. Next is the balance sheet, in which we are able to compare between the 2 years about the balance sheet, and which will give the data about the 2 year comparisons, such as the in balance sheet from shareholders funds. From that, liabilities, assets are being segregated separately, in which each and separate heading can be analyzed and given as a report between the 2 year and given as a percentage. Next, we have this one, which is the comparative statement analysis. The comparative statement analysis are very important one and very useful, so that they are able to analyze about the changes that are taking place in the period of time. Here the data is being given for 2 or more than 2 years, so that they are able to make the comparison of each and every item between the previous years, and also taken the projections with the help of the time series or the regression, which is the statistical analysis. Here there are two comparative statements from the income statement and the balance sheet. We are able to make a comparative income statement. The various guidelines and the steps are being given to analyze about the comparative statement. So the first one is going to be interpreting the expected to study. So first one, they are going to take the current financial position and the liquidity position. So they are going to be taking towards the working capital analysis separately about the current asset and the current liabilities, and then after the liquid assets. Apart from the current, what are the liquid assets can be easily converted into cash, such as the cash in hand, cash at bank, and the receivables are going to be giving the overview about the liquidity position. Then they are able to analyze about the long-term financial position, such as the equity capital or the preference share capital and the debentures, which are going to be analyzed, and profits. Then the net profit before the tax, the gross profit, net profit before the tax, and also the after the tax are going to be analyzed. Next, we have this common size statement. So here they are going to be taking in the comparative statement, they are able to see about the two different comparisons, but however there is a slight modification in this common size income statement or the balance sheet. So they are going to be taking the sales, which is going to be 100. From the income statement, they are going to be taking the percentage related to the sales. When taking the balance sheet, they are going to be taking the total assets and the total liability as the 100%. From that, they are able to find out each and every item of the liability or the 100 or the assets are going to be in which percentage. Finally, this trend analysis already stated, it is going to be the direction in which the company is going to be performing. This analysis is going to be valued of an item expressed in the relationship, and which 1 year is going to be taken as the base year, which is being taken as the 100. That base year, from that the comparison and the percentages has to be analyzed. The value of the item between the different years are going to be expressed in the percentage analysis. So on the whole, the management accounting is going to be an important aspect, and another branch of accounting such as the financial cost accounting, and the final one, the branch management accounting, which is being taken for the important policy making and also the decision making purposes. The various tools and techniques are highlighted. The financial statement analysis are going to be also a highlighter in the management accounting, which will be reflecting the financial position of the business. I conclude by saying that the management accounting is also an important accounting, and the financial statement analysis is going to be an important technique towards the interpretation of the business. I thank the opportunity given by Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Thank you.